There are 10 players that the Jets need to decide whether or not to keep, cut, extend, possibly trade. I'm going to go through all 10 and what I predict the New York Jets will do. So this could age poorly very quick. Let's get started. Number 1, Quinnen Williams. Extend him. Not technically a free agent, but give him the bag. Send the message to Sauce, AVT, Brees, Garrett Wilson that if you are drafted here, you perform here, you get better, and you're durable, we will take care of you. Get that done right after you figure out the quarterback position. Number 2, Carl Lawson. I've kind of changed my mind on this a little bit. I think the Jets will extend Carl Lawson. I know they're super deep at edge, and you could save a lot of money there, but I would extend him, bring that cap hit down. 2 years removed from surgery, I think you could see a resurgence where he looks more like 2020 Carl Lawson, who, although is only good for 6 or 7 sacks, he was still a top 15 edge in 2020 because of the relentless pressures and quarterback hits that he deploys and opens things for other players on your pass rush. Corey Davis, wide receiver. I think he's traded. Trade for Corey Davis. Who's going to do that? He sucks. Look, Google free agent wide receivers 2023, and I will tell you that somebody will give up a day 3 draft pick for Corey Davis if we shop him. Now, he's a cut candidate. I think they probably want to go in a direction where somebody's more durable or younger. And if they're going to cut Corey Davis, go get a 5th-round pick for him instead. Number 3, Jordan Whitehead. I think he's released. Now, I think before the Chuck Clark trade, you could have made an argument just like Lawson that you extend him, you get his cap hit down, he's young, he's durable, but he had a really rough year in 2022, a missed tackle rate of 15%. You cannot be a box safety who misses tackles. Can't happen. So Chuck Clark, he's better. He's cheaper. He's only a little bit older. I think now you need more of a prototypical free safety next to Chuck Clark, and Jordan Whitehead is a cap casualty. Number 4, Bryce Huff, restricted free agent. I would extend Bryce Huff before the rest of the league finds out how good he is, but I predict that the Jets will slap a 2nd-round tender on Bryce Huff, keeping him here for at least 1 more year. Number 5, Quincy Williams, linebacker. I think he's re-signed. I do think Quinnen factored into it a little bit, but I also think the Jets really like him, and I think he's improved over the past 2 seasons. And if we let him go, then we just have another hole at linebacker. I think ideally he's a guy that plays 2 downs and you have more of a coverage linebacker coming in for him, but he brings a lot of violence. He makes a lot of plays, a lot of tackles for loss, a couple of sacks, always around the football, improve the missed tackling and being out of position a little bit this year compared to last. He's not a perfect player, but I think he's back. Sheldon Rankins. I think he walks. I think the Jets would like to bring him back, but I think you're going to have to make some tough financial decisions somewhere on the defensive line. So I think Sheldon Rankins walks. You bring back Quinnen, and the Jets are probably looking to draft interior defensive line somewhere in the mid-rounds or sign somebody a little bit cheaper. I think Sheldon Rankins might be looking for a pay raise after a really solid year last year following a lackluster 2021. Quan Alexander. I think he's back too. I think the New York Jets, they really value the speed and the coverage ability at linebacker, considering how much nickel they play. And I think after Quincy and CJ Mosley, there's a whole lot of youth and question marks at the linebacker depth chart. Maybe he wants a pay increase. That's fine. If he wants a 2-year deal, I'm okay with that too. I think that Quan Alexander was a really underrated addition to this Jets team. I hope he's back. Connor McGovern. I think he walks. I think he walks in free agency. His projected cap assessment is $12 million a year that he's going to be projected to earn. Too rich for my blood. I think the Jets find a solution here that's a little bit cheaper. I know they might go center in the draft. You don't necessarily want to rely on a rookie, but maybe a cheaper veteran and then a mid-round pick for interior offensive line to solve the center position. George Fant. I think he walks as well. I think that George Fant had one of the best left tackle seasons since DeBrickashaw Ferguson in 2021. But what's he done since then? Just limp on and off the field, basically playing on one leg last year. Offensive linemen typically don't get healthier over the age of 30. I think Fant walks, but still has some value as a swing tackle somewhere in the league. Just probably not with the New York Jets. Mike White. I think he's gone as well. I think if I'm Mike White, I'm looking to join a team where I can be the clear-cut backup, the number 2, and not have to worry about Zach Wilson developing or resetting there. Maybe he goes down somewhere like Miami. He's from Florida, or follows Mike LaFleur, who has an affinity for White, out in LA and joins that quarterback room, with them maybe looking to move on from Matt Stafford. And finally, Greg Zuerlein, bonus one. Hell yeah, got to bring Greg Zuerlein back. This is the easiest one, even though he's kicker, because you just spend the $3 million and you have retained the best kicker that you've had since you let Myers walk a couple of years ago, which you never should have done. So yes, got to bring back Greg Z on a 1-year deal, no doubt about it. that's the way I see it. Looking forward to disagreeing with you in the comments below. And of course, I'm sure half of these will be proven wrong within the next 48 hours. But that's my prediction. Go Jets.